Keir Starmer has changed his mind on policy more often than Henry VIII changed his mind on wives. The cervix-free leader of the opposition is a walking electoral algorithm, a human manifestation of ChatGPT software gone wrong. His latest policy pledges are about as trustworthy as a hurriedly scribbled prescription from Dr. Harold Shipman. His latest U-turn relates to an issue that will forever define him as a politician: his unwillingness to say what a woman is. When asked on the BBC, do only women have a cervix, he replied, "That's something that shouldn't be said, it's not right." Well, in the last few days, I'm delighted to say that Starmer has discovered the joys of the vagina. Welcome to the party, big guy. By finally saying that a woman is an adult female. Praise the Lord, we got there in the end. But does it not worry you that the person likely to be our next Prime Minister has taken years to reach that conclusion, and only as a result of huge pressure? The heroic Labour MP Rosie Duffield pushed for the scrapping of self-ID, which allows a bloke to wear a dress and call himself a lady and access female-only spaces. She was labelled a bigot by Labour supporters and was unable to attend Labour Party conference due to fears for her physical safety. But now what she advised is Labour Party policy. Did Starmer speak up for her when she faced death threats and intimidation? Has Starmer apologised to her now? Good luck with that. Whilst he's shown deep confusion about female anatomy, it's clear that he has got no balls whatsoever. Of all the U-turns, Starmer's position on trans issues is the most egregious because it reflects the fact that he has no values. All politicians change their mind on policy. But if you can't stand up for women, half of the species, what does that say about you as a person? Unfortunately, Starmer has more positions than the Kama Sutra. When he served in the shadow cabinet, he and then leader Jeremy Corbyn were best friends. Now he's chucked him out of the party. As shadow Brexit secretary, Starmer was the architect of the second referendum movement, seeking to overturn the democratic mandate of the people. In his leadership race, he said that we have to make the case for freedom of movement. But now he says no single market, and suddenly he loves Brexit. Do keep up. The likes of his colleague Emily Thornberry and others sneered at the national flag of this country, but now he's the biggest flag shagger out there. He was going to abolish universal credit, now it's just reform. He backed ULEZ in December of last year, now he wants it paused. He sacked Angela Rayner after the disastrous Hartlepool by-election, but found himself in such a pickle within his own party, she wound up with more job titles than before. Starmer was going to nationalise rail, mail, energy and water, but all of that has been scrapped. Suddenly, he trusts private enterprise. Plus, he said he would end outsourcing in the NHS, but now accepts private provision. His green revolution of £28 billion a year has gone up in smoke. He was going to increase income tax for the top 5% of earners, but now he isn't. He was going to abolish the House of Lords, then not. It goes on and on and on. Look, I'm sure that he's an intelligent guy and a decent human being, and of course he's way better than Corbyn. But I've never met a Keir Starmer fan, have you? And he seems as adept at annoying supporters of his own party as much as anyone else. For example, with his decision to stick to a child benefit cap of 2 kids, which his own party previously described as heinous, inhumane and obscene. Now, I've got to say that many of these U-turns are the right thing to do, and they acknowledge the disastrous state of the economy thanks to the lockdowns that, yes, you guessed it, Starmer supported. Labour's sudden fiscal caution, led by their sensible shadow chancellor Rachel Reeves, may demonstrate their wild inconsistency, but it does show that they're serious about government. It's reassuring. But can you trust a politician who changes his mind more often than Elizabeth Taylor did at the altar? I worry about his judgment. I worry about his character. And I worry that he will literally say anything to get into power. Starmer thinks he's now the big beast of the jungle, the cool cat, the tiger king and the leopard that can change his spots. But from where I'm standing, all I can see is a giant pussy.